So today I wanted to talk to you all about homeschooling my son, but before I do, if you are new to my channel, then hello and welcome. It's lovely to have you here, and if you like this kind of video and would like to see more, then I upload every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 7 AM, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button below for more videos like this one. So as I mentioned in the introduction, I'm going to be speaking to you all about homeschooling my son. So Ted is currently at preschool, but he should actually be in the first year of school right now. The reason he isn't is because I refused the place that we were given by our local council. So what happens in the UK is you have to pick 4 schools. It depends on your area, but this area you have to pick 4 schools in your local area, and then the council decides which one of those schools you will get. So 2 years ago, we started to look at the local schools in our area, and I realised very quickly that there are only 2 schools in this area that we are within walking distance. So I then just had to make a decision. Do I drive Ted across the high street, or do I stay within sort of the more where there isn't so much traffic in the morning? And I decided that I wanted to stay where there wasn't so much traffic in the morning, but my fourth choice of school was a little bit further than I actually estimated. I think I sort of thought we'll never get it, so I'll just put that one down. And the reason I thought that was when we were going around and looking at the schools, the head teacher of our local primary school actually told us, I remember this, like she said, there's only 5 siblings in this year. And I was like, oh, that's good, 5 siblings. And she said the last person to get in last year lived down our road. So I thought, okay, we're in with a chance of getting into this school, so I'll just put that one down. But it ended up to be that there were actually 16 siblings that went into our local primary school. We live 0.5 miles from the front door, and you had to live 0.29 miles. So I was like, oh, great. So we were then given the 4th choice. So we were given a school that was 4.5 miles from our front door. And the thing I sort of neglected or thought I will never have to do it is the fact that you actually have to drive past a major senior school to get to that school. So Ted and I would have had to leave at the crack of dawn. Plus, I know it seems strange, but we're a 1-car family as well. So if anything happens to our car, we've got no means of transport, which means Ted won't be able to go to school. So I did think this was a little unfair of the council, and I thought about it afterwards, and the other schools in our area, well, one of them I really didn't like, and I've heard bad reports about it as well. And the one that's a little bit further from our front door, that I could have put as our 4th choice, I didn't think would accept us, so I thought we'd end up at the school with the bad report. So that's why I didn't put either of those schools down. They were actually a bit closer to our front door. So yeah, so now Ted has gone back to preschool. Because he's August born, there's a law in this country that means that you can now send your child back to preschool, but actually it's up to the discretion of the council and the preschool if you want to skip a year. But because he's August born, we somehow managed to get away with it. We weren't allowed to reapply last year either. And I know someone who lives in the opposite street to ours, and they applied, their son is a year younger than Ted, and they applied this year, and actually he's got in to that school, and they probably live about the same distance from the school, so I was a little bit miffed at that as well. So from September, we will now have to wait, we will be on a waiting list with the council. We were on a waiting list for 2 schools in our area, but I've now put it down to 3. The 2 schools that we're on a waiting list for, we are on, there are 2 people now on those lists, no, 3 people including us now on those lists. So we're in a queue, we're one of 3 people to try and get a place in our 2 local schools. But I've also put a 3rd school down, which is a bit of a drive away for next year, for September 2018 to 2019. And that's a bit of a drive away. It's about 10-20 minutes, but it's not across any major like roads, or, you know, I haven't got to drive past any major senior schools or through a high street. I can literally cut through a back country lane, which I'm hoping, touch wood, if we did get that school, would be really good. So yeah, so from September we are now sat on a waiting list, waiting for a school in our area. That's what we'll be doing come September. I think we're just going to start homeschooling and see how it goes, and then I'll just have to keep phoning the council and the other local school to see where we are on the list. But I just thought I'd give you a little update on what's happening with homeschooling. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And please feel free to leave any comments below. Are you homeschooling? And how's it going? What curriculums are you using? I'd love to know. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you soon. Bye!